I got engaged just before going to university. And Priska and I were just engaged. She had an American scholarship. I had a scholarship from Cameroon. By then, we started giving 20% of our income to the Lord. Then we got married. Then we went to 25%. Then we went to 30%. Then we went to 40%. Then we went to 50%. Now, the Lord laid a burden on our heart to move from giving God 50% to 75%. So we carried all the children on retreat for 3 days. And we shared with them the necessity to transfer the CFA, Cameroon currency, to convert into a currency of heaven by investing in the souls of men. So we're there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On Sunday, we sat down to write a family covenant. We wrote, we, the Zachariah Stanley Formum family, commit ourselves from the end of this month to give 75% of our income to the Lord. So I'm the president of the family. I signed as the president. My wife is the first vice president. She signed as the first vice president. Our first daughter is the second vice president. She signed as the second vice president. Our first son, third vice president, he signed. Then Stephen signed as the fourth vice president. Elizabeth signed as the fifth vice president. John signed as the sixth vice president. Mary was still small, then I held her hand and she signed. Then I asked her, what have you signed? She said, it is to give more money to God. Okay. I said, you have gotten it. After that, I said, you have signed and you are laughing. I am the one to bear the burden because I still have to provide all your needs. What will it cost you? Ruth, our eldest daughter, she's the one I say is a mission in London. If I may also add that she's a fasting champion. She's done 25, 40-day fasts, drinking water only. And she's starting the 26th fast. She did her first 40-day fast at the age of 14. When my wife and I were doing our first 40-day fast, we were not properly trained. We were not educated. So when she was 14, she did her first 40-day fast. And the Lord told her, do 25 40-day fast and then go around the world teaching women to fast. In December, she finished the 25th 40-day fast. She's just waiting for the laying on of hands ceremony to release her to a global ministry of teaching women to fast. But by then she was at home. She called the brothers and sisters into a room. And they argued and agreed after 30 minutes and came out. They said to us, to show that we are committed to this move of giving 75% to God, we will do all the housework ourselves so that there will be no money for the house servant. We will stand up earlier. We will do all the work before we go to school. And when we come back from school, we will do all the work. That was the end of a house servant in our house. It was the year 1989. There's been no house servant in the home again. They have done all the work till today. By then, we had just gotten a young girl from one of the provinces to come and work in the house. Priska and I sent the girl to school and sponsored her secondary education for 5 years. And then she went back to the parents. And then from 75% to 80% to 80% to 90%, from 90% to 91% to 92% to 92.5%. I want to stop there. But there is more. Why? If the gospel did not reach me, I'll be totally lost, isn't it? No hope in this world. No hope in the world to come. But the gospel reached me because somebody sacrificed. They thought that I should hold anything back that would prevent someone from hearing the gospel. Haunts me. We also decided then that because there was now limited money, we will buy all our clothes from the second-hand market. Because of the perishing souls of men. Because of the perishing souls of men. Because of the perishing souls of men. There must be great renunciations for there to be great Christian careers. There must be great renunciations for them to be great Christian careers. And it must be, first of all, great renunciations by the sending fathers. It must, first of all, be great renunciations by the sending fathers. Therefore, all our children are baptized in the Holy Spirit. All our children are preparing for the mission field. And all of them stand with us. There is no rebel. They are all hot. I believe in the must, in the absolute must of sending forth missionaries. Our house is a missionary training center. Our first daughter, when she was in the third year, God called her to go to Britain. They planted a church in London. She found another young man who was interested in mission, married her. They're in London. They started a church. This church is now 100 members. After 5 years, they were given British citizenship, so they're Britons. That's our first daughter. I came along this trip with our first son to do some training in Nigeria, so he too may fulfill his missionary responsibility. Our third child is in the second year PhD in organic chemistry. The Lord has called him to go to Brazil. So in 2 years, when he finishes PhD, he's heading for Brazil. Our fourth child is a graduate from Makerere Medical School. She's leaving for the mission field this year. Our fifth child is in 4th year medicine. The Lord has called him to the Muslims of Peking. The Lord asked him to do medicine and go to the Muslims of Peking. He's in the 4th year. Mary, our other child, the last one, is doing radiography at Makerere. The Lord has called her to go to South India. So she's just getting her professional backing in order to penetrate countries that the normal missionary cannot get into. We believe in missions. We are given to it. My wife is on a 40-day fast. Today is the 13th day, drinking only water, so that the power of God may be released. She's in children's ministries. As a missionary father, I have decided not to own anything that I cannot give the missionaries. As a missionary father, I decided that I will not own anything that I cannot give the missionaries. Because it is corruption, isn't it? To tell people to go and suffer while you are not suffering. Because I could not give the missionaries, each missionary a carpet, the carpet was sold and the money put into the gospel. We used to have a fridge and a deep freezer. Because I could not give each missionary a fridge and a deep freezer, the fridge was new, so it was sold and the money put into the gospel. Our missionaries live extremely simple lives. For our budget of last year, 84% of the money came from Cameroon. The budget of our ministry last year, 84% of it came from Cameroon. 12% came from the other African countries, and 4% came from outside Africa. I decided that I could not live in luxury and send people to go and sacrifice. I would be immoral. In December, we sold a car. We sold the car. I gave 10% of it to the driver who has driven me all these years because he's taken the car well, taking care. I gave 5% to the driver's assistant, and 85% was given to the Lord. I go by public bus. Why? I have sent forth missionaries. They are going by public transport. The missionaries will go send out. A few of them have gotten cars. Most of them are going by public transport. If the missionary leader is enjoying what they cannot have, it is a failure in leadership. It is wrong for the leader to possess what he cannot give the people he's leading. It is wrong for a leader to possess what he cannot give the people he's leading. It is wrong for a Christian leader to have what the people he's leading cannot be given. We guarantee our missionaries all that they need, but not all that they want. A sister gave us good cheers. Last year I said, anybody who wants those chairs, come and take them. One sister came and carried them to her house. I wanted to have benches, because some of our missionaries, all they can afford is benches. So one sister went and bought 12 chairs like this one I was sitting on, and came and took out the benches. He said the missionaries can afford chairs like this. Listen, brethren, what is leadership? Leadership is the call to provide a model.
Your kingdom come, your will be done. Hello.